everyone and welcome back to the Move Nest Fitness channel. If you don't know me, my name is Georgie and thank you so much for tuning in. So today in this workout we're going to be touching base on yoga and we're going to touch base on the core side of things of yoga. Now if you've never done yoga before, that's absolutely fine. You're actually going to learn the basic moves that you would see in pretty much quite a lot of yoga classes. All you're just going to need is yourself and a mat. More than one mat is fine if you need more cushioning for your hands and knees. If you don't own a mat, you can have something like a blanket or a towel. If you have like yoga blocks or yoga straps, by all means feel free to use them if you need assistance in making your poses a bit more comfortable to hold or transition into. If you don't have any of those, that's absolutely fine. You can have like cushions, you can have blocks of books, you can have a dressing gown rope, but if anything we're going to try and not need those bits of equipment. I want you to listen to your body and, you know, choose the options if need be. Just a very, very quick one before we do begin. My son is actually just behind the camera, just having a few snacks. So if you do see any food thrown at me, because he's very good at that, and a little bit of shouting, I do apologise. #mumlife. So shall we get down to business? So let's come and meet ourselves on the mat on all fours. So if you do need a bit more cushioning for your knees, you can put your blanket down, you can put your towel, put more than one mat down, that's absolutely fine because we're going to be on our knees for quite a while. Let's go to all fours. First thing first, all fours, wrists underneath the elbows, elbows stuck underneath shoulders, knees just comfortably underneath the hips. Let's do a couple of cat and cow moves. So this is really good just to kind of get more movement in the spine, shifting the hips and waking up the front plane of our body. So let's start by rounding the upper back, chin to the chest, really flaring our upper back towards the ceiling. Feel the shoulder blades kind of separating from one another. Now we're going to move with the breath. We're going to take a deep breath in through our noses, and as we do so, very gently start to press your hands down into the mat. Tip the tailbone up to the sky, shift the hips up, and then eyes look as high as the sky, or just come into the top of the mat. And then exhale, round the upper back to your cat pose. Bend your elbows slightly as you transition from that cat into cow. So here we go. Inhale for your cow, eyes look up, the tailbone lifts, and then exhale back to cat. So take your time as you're doing this, okay? Once you get a little bit more warmth in the body, you'll find that you can over-exaggerate the moves just a little. It might mean just flaring the upper back more up to the sky. It might mean just shifting the hips a little bit higher up. This is really good if you are sitting down for long periods of time and just getting some nice release from that lower back, releasing the upper back. Okay, gang, let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale out of the mouth. Good. Okay, coming back to a flat back on all fours. What we're going to now do, I like to class these as the superhero pose. So what I would like you to do is extend your right leg back and just press your toes into the mat for now. Okay, and just add a little bit of weight, but not forcing that heel to go down. Keep your hips square to the mat. Try not to twist or turn. Then what I want you to now do is take your left arm and take that arm on the side of your face. Now your eyes are just going to be looking to the top of the mat. As tempted as it is, try not look up. You don't want to put any strain onto that neck. Now, if you want to stay here, that's fine. If you want to change the balance a bit more, just start to now take that right foot off the mat. Now you are pressing into your right hand. A lot of people will say, oh, my wrist. Just slightly shift your weight a little bit forward, find the centre, try not to go over the wrist because we don't want to put too much pressure on there. And I want you to really stretch with that left arm, flex your foot on the right, good. And holding it for 4, 3, 2, 1, bring your knee and hand back down. Okay, lovely. Now we've got to do the other side, so extend your left leg, just pressing the weight into the toes, not too harsh. You just want to find where you're nicely balanced. When you're ready, you then start to reach the other arm. That's it, it's the right arm this time. Not same arm, same leg, because if you're doing that, I'd love to know your what your magic, what your secret is for that. When you're ready, lift up that left foot. So when we are in this position, already the deeper core muscles are having to work. You're going to find one side is your favourite to the other. That's always natural. Remember, if you struggle holding this pose, just prop your foot down. You can always just keep your hand on the mat and just have the leg up. Try not to take the leg up too high. Keep everything in line from the neck down. Imagine you're holding a stick on your back, on your neck, and up into the head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now what I want you to do is go on your knees, just circle out your wrists and your shoulders. Now we're going to repeat that move, but we're going to do it alternatively. So we're going to go inhale, reach the arm and opposite leg. Exhale, come back down to all fours, and then we're going to change sides. So the option, you don't have to reach your arm. You can always just do it with the leg, or you can just toe tap onto the mat rather than lift the foot off the mat. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips, and when you're ready, here we go. So inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale as you fly. Good. So it's a very, very nice, smooth movement. With the foot, imagine that you're pushing a wall behind you. So flex the foot because you're also going to open up the hips and the front plane of your legs. I'll show the other options, so I can just use the leg if I want to, out, raising up the arms, and I can just toe tap the mat. I can also do that with the arms as well. Good. Inhale, exhale to fly. Good. That's it. Let's do one more on each side. Lovely. Okay, excellent. Circle out your wrists, circle out your shoulders. Now, what we're going to now do, we're going to go from all fours up into a down facing dog. You can sink your hips up back without taking your knees off the mat into puppy pose, which looks something like this. So the tailbone is up, hands are down into the mat, and your forehead is relaxed on the mat. If you have your block or your cushions, you're finding it hard to get the forehead down, use those bits of equipment to help. Down dog, what I want you to do is stand your force, just a little hand print forward. Press your toes into the mat. Inhale, sink back, exhale, tailbone up. The side of your face just in line with the side of your arms. Pedal your heels up and down. Don't feel your feet have got to be too together. Find what's comfortable for you. You can be a bit wider in the feet, but try not to push your chest too far forward. We don't want to put any impingement into the shoulders. If you are in child pose, or should I say puppy pose, inhale to lift the head up, exhale to bring the forehead down. And whichever one you are in, this is really good to release the upper, the lower back as well. Now, if you are in down dog, just hold your down dog. Maybe bend the knees a bit more to open up that lower back. Stay in child pose, puppy pose. I do apologise, I keep calling it child and puppy pose. So puppy pose, all right. There is a difference with the way the hips are. Now, if you're coming from down dog, what I want you to do is start to shift the weight forward, hips, let the chest go over the wrists, and then just drop the knees down. If you're coming from puppy pose, I just want you to now start to shift your hands forward and bring your chest forward and over the wrists, okay? Now, we're going to bring ourselves either back to puppy pose or down dog. So press your toes into the mat for down dog. Inhale, exhale, coming back. So I'll just show that. So inhale, we're going to shift and relax the toes and then come back up. All right? So inhale, sit, exhale, hold. Inhale, exhale, back to down dog. From puppy, inhale, move the hands slightly forward, exhale to shift, and then take it back to puppy. Just do that about 4 more times. So, round in the upper back, drop the knees, press the toes, come back up. And just keep your knees bent. And what this is doing, this is just waking up the core, getting a little bit shoulder heat as well. And then we're going to do one more. Just hold your puppy or your down dog, keep pedaling. That was great, everyone. So what we're going to now do is start to walk our feet to our hands. Keep your knees bent, really round the back. Just let your head hang forward. You can always cut the elbows if you feel your arms are dragging. So absolutely up to you. And then what we're going to now start to do is going to very slowly come up to standing. Start to bring the shoulders to your ears as soon as you come up. Chin lifts, drop the shoulders round and back. Good stuff. Side, bend your head, side to side. Okay, so now we're just going to go through the main flow of our lovely core flow. Oh yes we are. So come to the top. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to take a deep breath in, we're going to reach those arms up to the sky, and then on the exhale, bend your knees, fold the body, let the chest go over the hips, that's it. Now place your hands on the mat. What I want you to do is walk back the right leg, walk back the left leg. You can hold here, or you can drop to your knees, it's absolutely fine. You're only going to hold it for 4, 3, 2, and then shift your hips up nice and high, down dog, or sink back, tailbone up for puppy. Good. Now let's walk our feet to the hands, hang the body, head facing down to the mat, and then very slowly come up to standing up, very gently, remember, shrug the shoulders to the ears as you come up, the chin lifts away from the chest, the shoulders drop. Side, bend your head side to side. Good. So let's do that again. So we're going to go inhale to stretch. Exhale to fold, make sure you bend your knees first, and then step back, right leg, left leg, hold this tabletop plank, otherwise drop your knees, let's hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep that spine nice and long, don't drop the tummy, don't drop the hips, 3, 2, take your hips up for down dog, or drop to the knees, puppy pose, hold it here, and then very slowly walk your feet to your hands again, just hang it out, doing really well. Now let's really ripple ourselves up. Take your time, no rushing, no rushing. Good. Now what we're going to do, we're going to return to that tabletop plank, and then we're going to add a move on. So on the inhale we're going to reach, and on the exhale to fold. Step back, right leg, left leg, drop to the knees as an option. So what we're going to now do, we're going to return ourselves back to down facing dog or puppy. And what we're going to now do, we're going to step our right foot through the centre of our wrist. So we're going to bring the knee to tummy to chest and then step it through the centre. If your foot sort of meets here, just grab the back of your ankle with your hand and give it a little boost, okay? Stay in this position. This is called low lunge. Really good to release out the hips. Now, I want you to just slightly walk your left toes a little bit more towards you, and I want you to bring your right hand to your hip, then the left hand to your hip, and come into this lunge position, okay? So, you can stay here, or we can reach those arms up, and we're just finding that nice little curve in the spine. This is called lunge crescent. Good, it's a little bit of balance. If you feel a little bit wobbly, you can always shuffle the front foot or the back foot. Just remember you're standing on a train track, not a tightrope in this position. Now, take a deep breath in, start to now shift the body forward as you exhale, hands to the mat, and just slightly extend that leg back. So, that is option 1. We're going to do that again, this time with option 2. Keep this back leg straight rather than walk the foot back in. So we can go inhale and exhale, hold. So you can bring your arms straight up if you want to. Otherwise, bring that back foot a bit closer, hands into your hips, and then reach the arm here. So we just kind of hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, exhale, shift the weight forward. And then we're going to do that one more time. So inhale, exhale, hold, relax the shoulders, pulling through your belly button, eyes can look up to make it a little bit more challenging. In 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, exhale, coming down, well done. Now, I want you to step the right foot back into that plank position, rounding that upper back, drop to the knees as an option, and then exhale back into down dog or puppy. Have a little pedal, it's totally up to you. Now, we're going to do the same on the left leg, so we're going to step the foot through, so remember, knee to tummy, chest, eyes look up. So remember your option, you can step this back foot a bit closer if you need to. Walk your hand on your hips. Otherwise, if you feel you're ready, take a breath in. Now, the back leg is just as important as the front leg, so keep that leg nice and engaged, especially if it's out straight. That's going to manage your balance and support. You will wobble on one side more than the other, it's totally natural. 3, 2, inhale, reach, exhale, coming down. Ooh, you might feel a little bit of lower body work going as well, that heart rate coming up. Let's do that again, inhale, that's it, exhale, hold. The breathing will certainly keep things stable and calm. Don't feel you've got to hold your breath. Reach up, exhale, coming down. We're going to do one more because 3's a charm, as they say. Inhale, and exhale, hold. Good. See if you can find that C shape in the spine. Eyes look up for a little bit more of a challenge. 3, 2, inhale, 4, and exhale. Okay, going back to that high back plank. Hold it here. Make sure your wrists are underneath the shoulders as you do so. So you might need to walk them back a bit more towards you. And 3, 2, it's down dog or puppy. Well done. Have a little pedal. And just as you're pedaling, start to walk your feet to your hands, hang forward, release that lower back. And then very slowly start to come up. So keep that chin tucked in as soon as you come about halfway. Then roll the shoulders back. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to now do, as mentioned, we're going to add a bit balance into the routine now. So we're going to touch base on what's called staff pose, but we're going to very, very slowly build ourselves into it. So here we go. On the inhale, we're going to reach, and then exhale, we're going to fold. Step back with your right leg, step back with your left leg, coming into down dog or puppy. Now step your right foot through the centre of your wrist, hold it there, coming back into lunge crescent. Remember you can do that back foot. Right, so now I want you to just hold it here. When you bring, what we're going to now do, we're going to bring the left toes in line with the side of our right heel, okay? And just sink into this kind of like assisted one-legged squat. So we're not raising that foot off just yet. You can have your hands in heart centre or on your hips. Now, we're going to straighten up this right leg, and as we do so, this left knee is going to come up. It's going to be in line with our hips. Otherwise, keep the toes on the floor. So, when you're ready, press. That's it. Bring that knee up if you can. It's one-sided now, so it's a little bit more of a challenge. Remember the option, you can just keep your toes pressing into the floor. Hands at heart centre, hands in your hips, it doesn't matter. And make sure your standing leg is soft. You're not crunching the toes, okay? And in 3, 2, release. Take a breath in and fold. Well done, everyone. So we've got to do the same on our left leg. So walk back, right leg, left leg, down dog or puppy. So here we go, knee to tummy, chest stepping through, eyes look up, make sure your feet are quite wide to get yourself ready for that lunge crescent. Hold it there. Okay, here we go, we're going to slightly bend that left knee to step forward with that right foot. Keep sinking back, keep sinking back. Remember you can keep the toes pressing. Remember hand position, heart centre or on your hips, or keep above your head. Ready, we're going to go into staff, press and lift. And this is not my favourite side. So a nice little technique, flex the foot that you've got coming up, okay? This is great for ankle and knee strength as well as working that core. 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Arms by your side, mountain pose, just rolling the shoulders. Now we're going to do just a little bit more, and we're going to start off in that staff pose position. We're going to actually blend and move to the mat down. Okay, yeah. So on the inhale, we're going to reach up to the sky, and on the exhale, we're going to fold the body. Now what I want you to now do is bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, straighten the back. This is called half pose. Straighten out the backs of your legs. As you fold, we're not going to fold forward, we're actually going to sink the hips back, bend the knees second, hands to heart centre. Asana. Show it on the front screen. So our feet don't have to be directly in. If you feel this is happening, just bring your feet a lot wider. The chest is up, the shoulders are back and down. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go inhale into a squat, and then exhale. We're going to stand on our right leg and we're going to bring the left knee up, and then we're going to bring ourselves back to that squat, and then we're going to take the right knee up. The option, squat, heel lift, squat, heel lift. So here we go. So we've got 10, 9, nice and light in the knees. Try not to lock the knees out. Good. 5, that's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down into that squat. Then bring your hands down. So let the chest fold over the hips. Just walk back, right leg, left leg. And then bring yourself down onto your knees. Sink the hips back for child pose. Just release that back out of knee being. That was really good. So we worked the balance side of things, the strength side. We're going to now just start to do stuff on the floor, on our back. So deep breath in, slide the hands in line with your face, take an exhale breath and slowly come up. First things first, mobilise your hips side to side, just to kind of release everything you've done. I hope that was okay for you. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our hands under our legs to safely bring us down. We're going to tuck the chin. As we start to go on the mat, hug the knees to the chest. Now we're going to do what's called a yogi sit-up. So what we're going to do, we're going to place our left foot on the floor, all right? And we're just going to keep the right leg up, but keep it bent. And I want you to interlake the pinky next finger in the middle so that your index and thumbs are touching, and stretch your arms above your head. So I want you to press your left toes into the mat for me. Now this is option 1. So what we're going to do on the inhale, exhale, we're going to shoot through the centre of our legs and then coming back. And then inhale, exhale, we're going to shoot through the outside of our legs. And then as we're taking our arms back above our head, we softly and swiftly change legs. So inhale, exhale to shoot. And then inhale, exhale to shoot. Now if you want to slightly progress it, extend that bottom leg. The heel can either be on the mat or it can be slightly off. If you're taking it off slightly, it's just going to work the deeper layer of your core a bit more. So really make sure that you're pulling through that pelvis so you're not putting any strain on your back. Keep this leg nicely soft. So here we go. Inhale, exhale to shoot, and then coming back. So I want you to very gently peel yourself off the mat rather than throwing yourself forward. And keep the chin kind of hovering above the chest. So inhale, exhale, shoot, stretch back. Inhale, exhale, shoot to the side and change legs. So inhale, that's it, good. Inhale, exhale. So what we're doing is we're working the front layer, the whole abdominal rectus, and then the side plane. So we've got the obliques working, okay? So we're working our core in different angles, in different movement. Okay, listen up. After this one, we're going to do one more, okay? I promise, I promise. Shoot. And shoot. And then tuck your knees to your chest. Just massage it out. Well done, everyone. Well done, well done. So what we're going to now do, we're just going to work the side plane of our tummies. I want you to reach your arms out nice and wide, take your heels away from the bottom. I want you to twist towards the screen for me. Keep your chest facing up, try not to twist all the way on your side, and then pulling through that waist. Okay, come back on your backs. And then let's go to the other side. So we're not letting our knees fully touch the floor. That's option 1. If you want to, twist, hold, kick, bend, come back to centre. So it's absolutely up to you. You can either do the kick or miss the kick. And it doesn't matter how far to the side you go. And we want the legs up nice and high. So we can really feel what's going on in that side plane. And again, keep your chest nice and open. Try not to fully twist over to that side. How are you getting on? If you want to just keep the knees tucked in and just twist side to side. That's also fine. You're still getting the same benefits as you would with the kick. All right, we're going to do one more on each side, okay? Big kick, well done. Last one, I promise this is the last one, because now what we're going to do, we're going to tuck the knees into our chest. We're going to keep the left arm out wide, hands on the outside of the left knee with the right hand, and just twist to the right and just face to the screen. So especially after what we just done, we just want to release out the waist, the hips, a little bit of the glutes as well. If you want to, we can always flip that arm and more facing to the sky, so we get a little bit of shoulder and chest opening. And then coming on to our backs, let's change sides. If you want, you can always open up with both, but always face to the side that you're more open with. And then we're going to come on to our backs. If you want to just prop yourself up and then come up to standing, just take your time, take your time. Good. Take a deep breath in and relax. Just one more. Oh, well done everybody. Thank you ever so much. At the end of every yoga session, we just put our hands together and we say namaste. So yeah, thank you ever so much for joining me. That was a bit of core combined with some yoga moves. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you keep moving.